service tonight. I'm excited to get into the series Stretch, learning how we could stretch our faith and grow in a deeper relationship with the Lord. And we really hope that you guys are enjoying this series. We hope you guys are enjoying the YouVersion Bible app that we went through this week. Hopefully you guys got a lot out of it. I know I did. I really enjoyed it. And we will talk a little bit more about what that YouVersion app does for you in our month-long contest where you, yes, you, can win a set of Apple AirPods. All right, so we'll talk a little bit about that later. Was that Kaylee Broom? Kaylee Broom, first comment in. Kaylee keeping a strong. Who was second?
Rosalind in very
Ooh,
close
Rosalind, very close second. Okay, that's good.
Right
Kelly,
there.
hey Kelly, nice to see you here. And now we're on this camera. Man, we are high tech, guys. We don't have one camera shot. We don't even have two camera shots. Guess how many shots we have? 3. Man, 3. That's Trace. Man, not once, not twice, but thrice, right? So we're glad you guys are here. If you guys are just signing on, welcome to Youth Group. And we are changing things up a little bit this week. We actually have a pre-service video that we want you guys to check out. It's going to give you some information. It's going to give you a little promo into the discussion tonight. And it's going to hopefully entertain you guys a little bit. So as you guys are checking in, check out this video. Be active in the comments. Be active in the comments. Let people know as they're just logging in that this is the pre-service. Take the time to greet one another. Consider this our hangout time before we get into the lesson. And enjoy the video. And we will touch base with you guys at 6:30. Peace.
A good habit I would like to start is being outside more and exercising.
Hey, this is Dave Bumpus from the Urgent Care in Upland, California. A good habit that I have is that I love to teach and help people to understand things.
Hey Sunrise students, so a good habit of mine. No matter how busy or how tired I am, I always make it a conscious effort if I hadn't seen my kids, the moment I see them or the moment I get home to ask them how their day went. I just like hearing about their day and how it went.
So some really good habits I would like to implement more is getting better sleep and more sleep at night, exercising more, and I would love to read a lot more as well.
What they want, Hulk smash. What they need, Hulk smash. I will never lose, I'm a beast. Hulk smash. If you want it, Hulk smash. Come and get it.
Hey everybody, this is Pastor John. I wanted to share a good habit that I usually do is I make sure I spend time in God's Word every day.
I would like to start is actually exercising, any form.
People often wonder how I stay so mighty. I've got one word for you. Exercise.
A good habit I would like to start is being outside more and exercising.
Hey, this is Dave Bumpus from the Urgent Care in Upland, California. A good habit that I have is that I love to teach and help people to understand things.
Hey, Sunrise students. So a good habit of mine. No matter how busy or how tired I am, I always make it a conscious effort if I hadn't seen my kids, the moment I see them or the moment I get home, to ask them how their day went. I just like hearing about their day and how it went.
So some really good habits I would like to implement more is getting better sleep and more sleep at night, exercising more, and I would love to read a lot more as well.
What they want, Hulk smash. What they need, Hulk smash. I will never lose, I'm a beast. Hulk smash. If you want it, Hulk smash. Come and get it.
Hey everybody, this is Pastor John. I wanted to share a good habit that I usually do is I make sure I spend time in God's Word every day.
I would like to start is actually exercising. Any form.
A good habit I would like to start is being outside more and exercising.
Hey, this is Dave Bumpus from the Urgent Care in Upland, California. A good habit that I have is that I love to teach and help people to understand things.
Hey, Sunrise students. So a good habit of mine. No matter how busy or how tired I am, I always make it a conscious effort if I hadn't seen my kids, the moment I see them or the moment I get home, to ask them how their day went. I just like hearing about their day and how it went.
So some really good habits I would like to implement more is getting better sleep and more sleep at night, exercising more, and I would love to read a lot more as well.
What they want, Hulk smash. What they need, Hulk smash. I will never lose, I'm a beast. Hulk smash. If you want it, Hulk smash. Come and get it.
Hey everybody, this is Pastor John. I wanted to share a good habit that I usually do is I make sure I spend time in God's Word every day.
Habit I would like to start is actually exercising. Any form.
Yuli, we're not ghosts anymore. We're not? No. Oh, okay. Hey guys, it's Gladys and Yuli, and today we announcement. Gladys, what is our first announcement for today? Our first announcement is that we have social media. We have Instagram and YouTube. Yes, so make sure you follow our Instagram. What do we do on Instagram? We post TikToks, daily divas, and so much more. Memes. It's so much fun. So make sure you follow our Instagram at Sunrise Students CA. You don't want to miss anything that we post, so make sure you put your notifications on for that. We also have YouTube at Sunrise Students CA, where some of you are watching right now, right? Yeah.
You're watching?
Yeah, so we're going to be posting some cool stuff on there pretty soon, so you don't want to miss that. What else do we have for today, Claudia?
We have small groups.
Woohoo!
Small groups are super fun. You guys should totally get in one. If you're not,
You definitely want to get into one. Small groups are a great way to get connected with other students that are your age. So we have middle school girls, middle school boys, high school girls, high school boys. You definitely want to be connected into a small group. We talk about basically what you learn on Wednesday nights, and it's a lot of fun, and you get to get connected with other people, and it's so much fun. So if you want to join a small group, you can go to sunrisechurch.org/students to do that. All right, Wednesday nights. What are you doing right now? You're watching a Wednesday night. Keep coming to Wednesday nights at 6:15 p.m. It's so much fun. Invite a friend. We have games. We have an awesome teaching. And at the end, we even have giveaways. So you don't want to miss those Wednesday nights at 6:15. Invite your friends. We're on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. So make sure you do that. You join us for those. All right, creative team. Creative team is so much fun. So we are starting up a new creative team, guys. We have influencers, which are going to be our Instagram influencers, and our content creators. Our Instagram influencers are going to be the ones liking, commenting, sharing all of our posts. You definitely want to be a part of that. You're basically our hype men. You want to hype us up in the Instagram world, so make sure you join that. We also are going to have our content creators who are going to be the ones helping us with graphics, helping us with videos, helping us basically come up with the cool stuff to post. So we're going to be posting some cool videos on YouTube, cool videos on Instagram. We might even start Instagram Reels. You don't want to miss that. So if you want to be a part of our creative team, you definitely want to email us at students@sunrisechurch.org or text NEXT to the number that is on your screen. I think it'll be up here somewhere.
maybe.
Maybe, we'll see. Okay, our last thing. Giveaway.
Huge giveaway.
Like massive giveaway.
Like you don't want to miss giveaway.
Yes. Glady, what are we giving away?
AirPods!
We are giving away AirPods! Okay, so if you want to be entered into this giveaway, we are giving away AirPods at the end of this month. You do not want to miss out on this chance. Okay, so there are 3 ways to get your name entered into the giveaway. Just three. So right here is a beautiful QR code. Where, Connie? Right here. There's a QR code that you can scan that'll take you to the Bible app. And in that, we are going to have plans that are going to be taking place every single day, and we're basically going to do a devotional together every single day. Who else doesn't want that? So you read the devotional at your time every day, and then you comment what you think God was speaking to you about in that devotional. And when you comment, we will see that you commented, and we will enter your name into the giveaway. So let's say the devotional is 7 days. Then you'll have 7 chances to win. Well, yeah, 7 more chances to win those AirPods. Who doesn't want that? Another thing that you can do to enter this giveaway is you can invite your friends to Wednesday night.
That easy.
Super simple. All you have to do is send them the link and say, hey, come to Wednesday nights. It's super fun, right?
You're gonna like it.
You're gonna like it. So, once you do that, when we see your name in the chat and you say, I invited a friend, we'll give you 5 points as long as your friend comes up and say, oh yeah, they did invite me. So we'll give you 5 points, and we'll even give your friends 5 points. So that's 5 more chances to enter into that AirPod giveaway. Woo! And the last thing that you could do, you don't have to, but I think you should because AirPods are pretty cool. Attend small group. All you have to do is attend small group. Your leaders in the small group will be taking attendance. And all you have to do when you're marked here, I'll give you 5 more points just because you attended small group. That's a lot of points, and that's a lot of chances to win those AirPods. So make sure that you do that.
Yeah,
all right.
Who doesn't want AirPods?
I know.
want AirPods.
I want AirPods.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. AirPods.
AirPods.
All right, guys. So I think that is all the announcements we have for today. We are out. Peace.
about you, but Yuli and Claddy, wow. They're giving points away like they have a lot of points to give away. That's really kind of amazing. But also, I just think they're nuts. I don't know about you, but those two ladies are super, super nuts. Anyhow, we are excited you're here with us. Thank you guys for being here. I want to get us talking in the chat real quick. I know you guys like to say hello and do all that stuff, but let me get you talking in the chat real quick. I want to find out who is the stretchiest, most limber person here. So here's a challenge I have for you. I want you to answer in the chat, but then I have a secondary challenge for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you something that I want to find out who can do each of these things. So all you got to do is say, I can do that, or I've done that, and put that in the chat. That's what I want you to do. But then also, because I want you to validate it, I want you to prove it, I want you to also see if you can get somebody in your family to take a picture of you doing this thing, unless you might be able to manage how to take your own picture. And then I want you to post it on Instagram at Sunrise Students California. Sunrise Students California. Is that our Instagram handle? Sunrise Students CA. Well, doesn't California, is it CA California? Anyway, Sunrise Students, anyway, no, it's Sunrise Students CA on Instagram. But here's the thing, post it on your Instagram. I see it. Post it on your Instagram. There's a huge whiteboard in our studio, and they're pointing out the fact that it's right there. But what I want you to do is, and somebody help me out, that you need to tag us, right? They do this by what? Putting hashtag, or they just tag us? You're a teenager, you know what it means. So tag us in Instagram. If you're a parent, you have no idea what I'm talking about, because I don't have any idea. But tag us in Instagram. It's at Sunrise Students CA. And I want to be able to see pictures of this. And here's what we're going to do. If we can get somebody, first of all the people who can take all these pictures of everything I'm about to give you. I'm going to give you 5 different things. If you can get a picture of you doing each of these 5 things, you're going to be entered into a drawing for another prize that is a mystery prize that we will announce later. But I'm telling you, it's really cool. It's going to be better than a box of Junior Mints, okay? It's going to be something really cool. But you have to get all 5 pictures into your Instagram feed and tag us all 5 times, okay? Or if nobody gets 5, then we'll go with whoever has most, and we'll enter the ones who have the most, all right? Because I want you to be honest, and that's why if you take a picture. And this is a long setup, so let me tell you what you need to do. So first of all, put in the chat if you could touch your toes. And what I mean by that is touch your toes without bending your knees. Now, I'm just going to be real with you. I can't do that. But if I were to try to give you an example, it's basically bending down and touching your toes to the ground, or touching your fingers to your toes without bending your knees, okay? Extra points if you can take a picture of yourself touching your palms to the ground without bending your knees. Not just your toes, but actually getting your palms on the ground. Extra points for that. But right now in the chat, you can just put yes or no. Yes, I can do that. No, I can't do that. That would be awesome. But don't forget to take a picture and validate it and throw it in our Instagram feed, because we would love for you to be able to do that and share. And again, tag us at Sunrise Church CA. Sunrise Students CA. You could tag Sunrise Church CA too. That'd be fine. All the adults will wonder.
Facebook if they don't have Instagram.
Or you could go on Facebook if you're 50. If you don't have Instagram, then you can go on Facebook. All right, so here we go. Touch your toes. Here's another one. This is what I love. Can you lick your elbow? I can't. I'm telling you, I can't do it. But can you lick your elbow? I want you to put yes or no in there, okay? And then, again, take a picture and throw it up there. Even if you can't do all these things, it's just be fun to see all the pictures. But don't forget to tag us, because if you don't tag us, we won't know you put the picture up. And we want your friends to see it, but we want to be able to see it too. So, again, Sunrise Students CA. I'm going to say this 50 times, and the last 2 I'm going to get right, okay? At Sunrise Students CA. How about this one? Can you raise one eyebrow? You know, like The Rock? Can you just, how about, you can just look smoldering like he did in, what's that movie? Jumanji. When he did, he just no. That doesn't look smoldering. That looks like I have COVID. Anyway, all right. But if you can raise one eyebrow, take a picture, did a selfie, that one you might be able to do on your own, is take a selfie and put that on Instagram. How about this? Wiggle your ears. There's no way I could do that. But if you could wiggle your ears without using your hands, right? So you could just stand there and be like, I can't do it. I can't wiggle anything. All right, here we go. And then finally, can you touch your tongue to your nose? I can't do that either. But I cannot do that. I can't. My nose is fat and goes up, so there's no way it's going to happen. So, but here's the point. I want you to put a picture of yourself touching your toes, licking your elbow, raising one eyebrow, wiggling your ears, and touching your tongue to your nose. I don't even care if you take all 5 pictures and put it into one, because you could use one of those Instagram like tricky photo things and put all 5 of them in one, and then post that, and then tag us at Sunrise Students CA. Can you do that on Instagram? I'm sorry, am I making stuff up? Okay, all right. So here's the point. No matter how flexible you are, and we're going to find out who the most flexible person is with all these pictures that hopefully you post, you're probably not as flexible as what you're going to see on video in about 2 seconds once we load it for you. And that is this right now, so watch this. See, I'm trying to stretch myself, so I might be able to do that one day. Oh, I don't know. I don't think I'm ever going to be that stretchy. That's kind of superhuman stretchy, isn't it? And it's kind of weird because I was thinking through, like when I was in high school, there was a guy I knew, his name was Oscar Romero, and he was a basketball player. He was 1 year older than me, and I played a lot of basketball when I was young. And I was on the team in JV, and he was on the team of varsity. And Oscar Romero was not like a big jumper, but here's what I saw over one summer between my sophomore and junior year, and it was his junior going into senior year. Oscar Romero was at the park every single day, and all he did was run and jump at the basket. He just kept running and jumping at the basket. For 3 months, he just ran and jumped at the basket. He did duck walks. He did like little hoppy things. He was stretching like his hamstrings and his arms and body and everything else. And I finally had the guts to go up to him because he was older than me, and I said, "Hey, man, what are you doing? Like, I never see you actually playing basketball. You're just running and jumping and doing it." He said, "I'm trying to increase my leap so that I can dunk." And I was like, "Well, I don't understand. Like, how do you think this is going to do it?" And he said, "Well, I learned that you have to do things a little bit at a time, and you have to keep going at the same activity, and then you'll get better at it over time." And do you know, by the end of the summer, Oscar Romero, who could barely touch the net when he started, could dunk a basketball because of 3 months of just repeating and repeating and repeating. And you know, the funny thing I learned then is that our bodies, you know, they teach us a lot about how things work, right? Our bodies teach us a lot. Like, for instance, when you were in the challenge just a little bit earlier, maybe you can't touch your toes. Maybe you could just touch down just a little bit. But the only way you're ever going to touch your toes is if you keep working at it and you keep stretching a little further and you keep stretching a little further, and pretty soon you'll be able to get your toes to the ground. That girl we saw, I mean, man, she must have had some incredible, she probably didn't just get born that way. She stretched and she worked and she tried, and now we were able to all be grossed out by her ability. But the thing is that our spiritual lives are the same as our physical bodies. You know, sometimes, we've been in this series called Stretch, and we've been talking about building new habits. And one of the things that we got to do is figure out how to stay with certain habits that'll help us to get stronger spiritually. You know, physical habits can help us get stronger physically. We need spiritual habits that can get us. And here's the great news. God doesn't ask us to have superhuman faith all at once. He doesn't want us to have this gigantic, huge, you know, I'm the best Christian ever from the beginning. He actually just asks us to start with just a little bit at a time. And so we've been in this series, just started last week, and we've been walking through some steps of how we can stretch our faith and get stronger in our relationship with God. And so the first thing that we learned last week was that you got to start by picking a commitment and then sticking with it. You know, you got to make a commitment, but then you got to stick with the commitment. Because, you know, you can make a decision or commitment, but if you don't stick with it, it's not going to do you much good. And this week, we're going to learn about a second way in which we can stretch our faith. And to do that, we're going to get to hear from Pastor Eric with a K, William.
All right. So thank you so much, John. I love John tells some of the best stories, and then in the moment things that you just never know what he's gonna say, right? So if you're 50, I apologize if you happen to be watching. You're 50. He's over 50, so he understands. So we talked about Paul last week, right? And you know, we want to talk about transformation today. And you ever see those before and after pictures? Yuli's going to throw some up here real quick. I love these. So this is a before this guy worked out, and here he is afterwards, totally ripped. Here's another one. This guy lost some serious weight. It is hard for me to believe that these two are the same person, right? But I love seeing that kind of stuff. Here's DJ Khaled. This is quarantine, pre-quarantine. Here's the middle of quarantine. It's a little different. I understand it. I get it, DJ. All right, let's go to the next one. Here's a workout before and then after. Way to go, Shrek. I'm proud of you, bro. All right, and then possibly my favorite. This is Robert before and after. In only 2 weeks, Robert lost his glasses. Oh, I love that. Okay. So I love the before and after stuff, and if you love that kind of stuff, I think you really enjoy what we have to talk about tonight with Paul's transformation. Now, it's not this kind of thing. We're going to go back to the stretch logo here, but Paul's transformation is a little different. I don't know that he bulked up or lost a bunch of weight. He may have. It's not documented anywhere that I know of. But before Paul met Jesus, Paul was the guy who was out attacking Christians. He was arresting these Jesus followers. He was persecuting, he was beating them. He even had them killed. So if you're a Christian, you're following after Jesus, and you run into Paul, you don't know what's going to happen next. But then, that was the before. Then Paul has this encounter with Jesus. He meets Jesus, and it changes him from the inside out. He's a completely different person, so much so that the people who were Christ followers, they were following after Jesus, they saw him and they were in fear, and there were others were saying, no, it's okay, you can trust, he's changed. It took time for him to build that trust, but he was completely transformed, and people saw it. It was amazing. So much so that Paul became one of the most influential leaders in the early church in Christianity. And it's amazing. Paul writes this letter to the Christians in the city of Rome, which we find in our Bibles, which is the book of Romans. And it's all about what Jesus has done for us and how he gave his life for us. And we can have forgiveness of sins by giving our lives back over to him. And this book is amazing. If you're ever looking for some book in the Bible to read, I would highly recommend Romans. We're gonna jump into Romans chapter 12 tonight, and I want to take a look at Romans chapter 12 verses 1 to 2. And so, dear brothers and sisters, I plead with you to give your bodies to God because of all he has done for you. Let them be a living and holy sacrifice, the kind he will find acceptable. This is truly the way to worship him. That's verse 1. Verse 2 says, don't copy the behavior and customs of this world, but let God transform you into a new person by changing the way you think. Then you will learn to know God's will for you, which is good and pleasing and perfect. This is all about transformation. Paul is talking right here. That's the goal, is transformation. Following Jesus is not just a one-time prayer where you confess your sin and then you say, Jesus, come into my life. That's where we start. But that's not the end. Paul is here talking about it's about a full transformation of our lives. And that comes as a result of what God does in us, which is I'm so thankful for. Only God can transform us. But there are some things that we can do to kind of till the soil, if you will, in our inside, to help that transformation take place, for God to come in and do that work. And one way we can do that is I want to show a video of our key leader out at our Ontario campus, David Bumpus. So let's take a look at what David has to say.
Hello, Sunrise Youth. My name is David Bumpus, and I am a Sunday school teacher at the Ontario campus. I was saved at age 18, which means I've been a Christian for about 34 years. I've always understood the importance of reading the Bible, understood how much there is to gain by reading the Bible daily, but I never had a plan for reading daily. It never became a habit for me. I had a read it when it's convenient approach to Bible reading, and as you can imagine, there are a lot of things that interfere with reading your Bible daily. Face it, life gets in the way, and if we don't make a commitment to infuse a good habit like reading the Bible, then even unimportant things like television or video games begin to take precedent. January 2020, I made a commitment to read my Bible regularly and have held true to that commitment, and it has become a habit. Yes, there are days that I do not read, like when I have a really bad migraine, but I remain loyal by picking up the word the next evening. Truth is, it has gotten so that I miss it when I don't read. By picking up my Bible daily, I have really learned to enjoy the process, and God is at work in me. I understand it better than I ever have in the past, and I'm growing deeper with my walk with God because of it. Here's the challenge. Introduce a good habit into your life and read your Bible daily. There are times when you'll be too busy or just physically cannot read. But if you can commit to it, there will be far more days when you're in the Word and you will benefit from it. Isaiah 55:11 says, "So shall my word be that goes out from my mouth. It shall not return to me empty, but it shall accomplish that which I purpose, and shall succeed in the thing for which I sent it." God wants to work this way in you.
So thanks so much, David. I really appreciate you sharing that. And just like David, he in January, he kickstarted his faith, right? He did something, he added a new habit into the mix of his life, and that was reading the Bible. And that's one of those kickstart things to get us growing and stretching in our faith. And here's what I want to do. In the chat, I want you to answer this question. What are some habits that often help people's faith to grow or to stretch us in our faith of Jesus, or to transform us? What are some habits that we can do that help to do that? I want you to put that in the chat, because here's what I'm going to do. As you're putting that into the chat, I'm going to write them down on some sticky notes. I'm going to just stick it on the TV here for a little bit. But some habits that help people, Christians, stretch their faith, grow in their faith, allow God to transform them. And Eric Wade's going to tell me what you put in the chat there. But let us know, what are some things. And I don't want to tell them, but I want to give you the chance to say them as you're thinking about that. These are things. Some of these things I'm going to talk about here in just a second. Likely will be things that we're talking about in this big giveaway that we're doing. We're going to do on the first Wednesday of the month of next month. We're giving away as a result of some of these Kickstart things. Waiting for you to put in the chat, what are the things that we can do? Because I'm just going to start writing things here if you don't start telling us. Oh, we got something.
Pray regularly.
Pray regularly. So I'm just going to put pray. All right. Let's stick that on the TV. Pray.
Read your devotion every day.
Okay, read Devo. We're doing a daily Devo with our student ministry. You can do that. That's upside down. What else we got?
Praying and believing in our Father in heaven.
Believe. We got pray. That's great.
By giving and being merciful.
Give. I'm gonna put give on one, and mercy on another. That's great.
Read the Bible often.
All right. Bible. I'm gonna drop Bible on here. These are great, guys.
Fellowship.
Ooh. Well, fellowship. That's getting together with other believers, right? Happens in our small groups.
Praying for forgiveness every day. Prayer.
Yep, prayer.
Worship.
Worship. These are fantastic.
Here's one, praying daily and smiling.
Ooh,
Kind,
I like
being
smiling.
joyful,
Be kind. These are awesome.
by being a Dodgers fan.
I can't hear you, Eric. There's some technology. I'm gonna smiling.
Showing grace,
So bad. These are great. All right.
forgiving,
We do forgive. I'm gonna drop forgive.
ooh, loving others. Good job, Harley. Humbling yourself,
Humble. Man, they're
being obedient.
flying in now.
Man,
Obedience. All right. So these are the man. You guys did a great job. These are so good. These are so good. So I want to keep walking into Romans, and I know some more comments are coming in here, but Paul wanted his fellow Jesus followers to be transformed by God. And I want to talk for a moment what that looks like. What does it mean, like practically, to be transformed by God? We got. Oh, someone's trying to FaceTime. It's probably one of my son's friends. Just there you go. Technology. We actually didn't think we were going live tonight because the internet just stopped at the church. All right. So anyhow, we're looking at what this looks like, right? When we think about what does it mean to be transformed. So I want to take a look at Romans 12, verses 9 to 15. And I'm going to have to move some of these things here. But it says, don't just pretend to love others. Really love them. Hate what is wrong. Hold tightly to what is good. Love each other with genuine affection and take delight in honoring each other. Never be lazy, but work hard and serve the Lord enthusiastically. Rejoice in our confident hope. Be patient in trouble and keep on praying. When God's people are in need, be ready to help them. Always be eager to practice hospitality. Bless those who persecute you. Don't curse them. Pray that God will bless them. Be happy with those who are happy and weep with those who are weep. So we look at the things that we talk about transformation, and all of these things can help kickstart that, right? But Paul gives us a few things to think about here, and I want to give you a couple highlights. Three, actually. Three things that a person who's transformed by God does as a result of that transformation. The first thing is serving. All right, and serving, what we read in these verses here, people are just serving others. God has given every single Christ follower, every single Christian, at least one spiritual gift. And you may not know what that is yet, and it's going to maybe it will take some time for you to understand it and develop it. But there's also leanings and abilities. What are you doing to help others? You can serve others and helping, using those God-given talents, gifts, and all that to serve others. The second thing is to love, to show love, to be compassionate and kind, caring, and putting other people's needs before your own. And the third thing is to share. This last verse here, verse 15 that we read, be happy with those who are happy and weep with those who are weep. When someone does something great, celebrate them, share in that joy. Like they aced a test, or they made a team. I know we're not doing sports right now, but whatever it is, maybe they won something. Maybe it's the winners. Like you guys every week, whoever wins on our giveaways, you guys are always so great at saying congratulations to that person. And maybe when someone's hurting, we come alongside and we ache and hurt with them. We pray with them, and we just maybe sometimes sit in that pain with them. We don't have to have answers necessarily. We come along. So we serve, love, and share. Those things happen as a result of God transforming us. But we talked earlier, a little moment ago, about letting God transform us. Then that happens. But only God has the power to transform us, right? So when we read the Bible, we go to church, we go to small groups, we do our daily devos, or maybe you watch the daily devos at Dose. All of those things help to kickstart our own transformation, and we choose to serve and to love and to share with others. Those are also habits that can help to kickstart our transformation. Paul didn't tell us to do those things when we feel like it. Like he didn't say, hey, whenever you feel like serving someone, serve them. or when you feel like loving someone, love them, or when you feel like sharing. No, it's just calling us to do it, right? And I think Paul knew that that's the turning point in our faith and where transformation happens. I want to do this little illustration for you, and then we're going to move on. You came up with a whole bunch of ideas. Most of these ideas that you came up with have to do with things that we do kind of for ourselves. So reading the Bible, devos, worship, smiling, praying, believing, being humble. Most of those things, some of them, not most of them, have to do with like things that we do for ourselves, right? But there are things that Paul looked at here that are about other people. And I want to take this rubber band as an example. Now, I went down to our kids area and I found a bunch of little toys. And we're going to put this rubber band around this little cute little bee with wheels. All right. It's wrapped on there fairly tightly. And the idea is that we can come alongside others and help them and love them and serve them and share. And so the way this illustration is, when we do that, what it does, it actually stretches our faith, just like coming alongside. Here's I think this is one of the wise men, helps us. This is I think a cheetah comes along and it's stretching this rubber band, right? We've got a little boy from the neighborhood comes alongside us, continues to stretch. We've got a little pig here, little squeaky pig, stretching. And it's pretty stretched to the max here, but I'm going to put this big lion on here. Hopefully this thing doesn't snap on me. But we put that lion inside there, and the rubber band still stretches. Now, all of those got inside of that rubber band that was tightly, snugly fit on that bee. And the idea is that what I'm trying to say is here, when we start to serve other people, when we love them, when we share in their joy and in their sorrow, what God does is he stretches our faith. That transformation begins to happen. We add that to what's going on. We can add serving. We can add reading and praying and believing and the stuff for us, and we can add helping others. You can stretch your faith by starting something new, just like David Bumpus started this year in reading his Bible every day. And he actually even said there's some few days that he's missed, he can notice the difference. But it's stretching his faith, I guarantee you. We're going to come back to the rest of the message, but we're going to pause as we do every week, and we're going to do something. And if you've been around, you know what time it is, so shout it out in the chat right now. Tell us, what time is it? All right. So it's game time, and I just want to tell you that what we've been doing the last few weeks, I'm really enjoying this. We get you to volunteer and jump on with us. We do a Zoom call and we play a game online, and I record it and I put it all together. Sometimes it takes a little longer. We don't want it to be forever, so I speed some things up. I cut out pauses and that kind of thing. But we have a game that we played. And I want you to see our students playing this. And here's the deal. Now, I'm just going to go ahead. We're just going to go to the game. Let's check it out. All right, it is game time, and I've got a team of students here who are ready to play this game. So I'm going to have them introduce themselves and tell us one interesting fact about themselves. Go.
Hi, I'm Landon from Banning campus, and one interesting fact is that I'm a good drawer.
Hi, I'm AJ. I'm from the Rialto campus, and an interesting fact about myself is I like to run.
I'm Angelina from Banning campus, and an interesting fact about me is I like playing lacrosse.
I'm Maizan from the Rialto campus, and one interesting fact about me is I love lions.
All right, so here's the game we're going to play, the refrigerator challenge. So the way the refrigerator challenge works, you're going to have to find some things in your refrigerator. Okay, for everything, you know how we spin the wheel for the prizes?
We're gonna spin the wheel. Whatever it lands on, that's the item you need to go get. You go out to get, come back. If you have the item, you automatically get 1 point. If you're the first one back with that item, you get an extra point. Okay, so you see a bunch of things on there. I'm gonna spin it, and then you guys gotta get ready to run. All right, we ready? We're ready. Here comes the first item. I'm gonna spin it. First item is cream cheese. Cream cheese, go. All right, he comes back first. Oh, Landon with the cream cheese, number 1. All right, Landon, you got to keep track of your points. So you got 2 points. All right. AJ, you got it?
No.
No cream cheese. He's so disappointed. Maizan, you got cream cheese?
No cream cheese.
No cream cheese. Let's see, Annalena. Annalena's like digging. None? All right, so Landon was the first one back, and he's the only one got it. So he's got 2 points. All right? Now you guys got the idea. Let's clear this off the board. We're going to spin it again. Here we go. And we're looking for butter. Go. Oh, Maizan back with the butter. What kind of butter is it, Maizan? Oh, Landon back with butter.
Dang it. No, so close.
Where's your butter?
Right here.
Oh, there it is. Annalena, any luck?
You didn't give me no.
All right, so everybody got a point that round. Maizan got 2 because he got it first. Here, let's go for the next round. Boiled egg, go.
Does it count if it's an egg?
Nope, it's got to be boiled. Oh, look at that. Maizan's got it. Okay, that's 2 points for you, Maizan. Let's see if AJ's got it. You buy them prepackaged.
Question. Okay, so put this up.
Any luck, AJ?
No.
No. All right, Maizan was the only one, so Maizan got 2 more points. All right, let's go for round whatever this round is. Next round. Here we go. No. Ranch dressing. Go. Oh, Landon and Maizan. That was close, but Landon gets it by a hair.
No, we don't got that.
No ranch. Ketchup. Go. Oh my goodness. Maizan's right. Oh, Landon. Maizan got it. No luck, Annalena?
No luck.
Hey, are you running over to your neighbor's house or what? Look,
No,
she's so mad. She's got her arms folded. All right, ready? Here we go. Ham or turkey? Ham or turkey? You sure got it?
Yeah.
You look in the meat drawer?
Hey, I didn't have.
Maizan got it. It was a close call again. Mayo. Did we do that one? You having your mom help you out, Maizan?
No.
Oh, Annalena. Annalena's back on the board. AJ's on the board. Oh, and in 4th place for that round, Landon. Go. Yogurt. No.
I got it.
Oh, AJ with 2 points coming in first. And the other guys, Annalena. Anything? Okay, here we go. Jelly or jam? Go. Oh, my God, that you got. Great. Great. AJ, what you got? Oh, great. Annalena, what flavor is that?
Strawberry.
Oh, everybody's got great, but Annalena, you're the standout on that one, but Maizan got the 2 points, so everybody's on the board with that one. All right, we're going to do 2 more rounds. Ready? Here we go. Soft drink. Go. Oh, Landon's out of breath. Landon got 2. Maizan's on the board. Let's see.
I got a soda.
Little Coke. Coke Zero. Nice. My favorite drink, especially if it's cherry Coke Zero, but I love Coke Zero. What do you got? Pepsi? Oh, you got. Nice. All right. Last round. Wait, how many points does everybody got? AJ, how many points you got?
I wasn't keeping track.
Landon, how many points you got?
11.
11. Annalena?
4.
4. Maizan?
12.
12. All right. Last round. Here we go. Mustard. Go. Go. Oh, Landon.
I'm lucky because when I went to go get the soda, I saw where it was.
On the mustard. All right. So that means. Nice job. AJ's got. Everybody's got it. Landon came in first, which means he took 2 points on that one. Wait, does that mean you and Mizon are tied? All right, we got to do an extra round. All right, here we go. Extra round. Spin it. See what we got. We got pickles, cheese, or milk ready, and it's cheese. Go, go, go. Oh, Mizon comes in. Landon just split second behind Mizon. Mizon takes it for the win. Let's see if Annalena and AJ have it. Oh, Mizon's so excited. Oh, you got it. You got smacking flies with that thing. Annalena's got it. Everybody got the points for that round. But Mizon is our overall winner. Now, here's what's great. Because you played, all 4 of you, we will do one extra spin tonight at the end of the service, and one of the 4 of you is going to win a prize, guaranteed. If anybody else wants to play in future weeks, you just got to let us know in the chat. Let us know and put your name in the chat. Say, I want to play, and then we'll reach out to you and get you in the future weeks. All right. Hey, thanks so much for playing, guys. Back to you.
Hey guys, welcome back. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that game, and like the video said, if you guys want to be taking part of that game, please send us an email at students@sunrisechurch.org, or let your local youth leader or youth pastor know, and we will get you guys on the rotation to play that game. I don't know about you guys, but this has been one of my favorite nights doing Youth Group Live. This has been so much fun, from the introductory video to the announcements to the sermon. This has been such a great night, and we hope and pray that you guys have been enjoying it as well. Earlier in the night, when Pastor Eric was giving the message, we had brainstormed about some ways that you and I could stretch in our faith by getting closer to God. But now I want you guys to do something else. Same exercise. I want you guys to type in the comments how you could stretch in your faith, but not only by getting closer to God, but by showing the love of Christ to others. How could we stretch in our faith by showing the love of Christ to others? I want you guys to put that in the comments, and hopefully while I'm talking, Pastor Eric with a K here will shout out some of the things you come up with. But guys, as we go through this series each and every week, we are going to ask you to make a commitment in one of 5 ways that we can stretch our faith and our commitments to the Lord. So this week, I want to take a look at each of the 5 and see how are you going to be stretching in your faith this week. But I think Pastor Eric with a K has something.
Inviting them.
Inviting him. Yes, that's one of the best ways to show the love of Christ, is inviting them to come to a church, or even with a relationship with Christ.
Tell them about church.
Tell them about church. Yeah, Wednesday nights. How easy is it to invite somebody to get on the internet? You get 5 points if you invite them to Wednesday night or your small group. You'll get 5 points towards that AirPod contest that we know Yuli really wants to win, and Clary really wants to win. Plus, they'll get 5 points too. How awesome is that? You get invited to church, you learn about Jesus, and you get AirPods. Man, that's a win-win-win altogether. Could. Disclaimer.
Sharing the good news of Christ.
Sharing the gospel. Oh my gosh. What better way to show somebody some love by giving them the greatest news they could ever hear? Absolutely. Sharing the gospel. Yep. Anything else? No? All right. Hey, guys, those are all perfect. That's exactly what we're talking about in stretching your faith, stepping out of your comfort zone and showing the love of Christ to others. Like I said, during this series, we're going to ask you to commit to one or more of 5 ways that you and I could stretch our faith by making commitments to do some of these things. So one of those the first thing is we get up here on the slide here. Bam, show up. What does that mean? We want you to stretch in your faith by making a commitment to showing up to activities. Prime example, here on Wednesday night. Make a commitment to show up every single Wednesday night so that you could fellowship with your friends on over the comments, but also so that you could learn more about God and His character, and how you could be stretched in growing in a deeper relationship with Him. Or maybe you have this down pat. Maybe you need to make a commitment to showing up to a small group. Or maybe make a commitment to showing up to special events that we do, like our Friday night hangout that's going to be happening next week. Or maybe watching a Sunday morning church service with your family. Maybe you've been a little shaky about that. Maybe you've been sleeping in a little too late. Maybe the next step of being stretched in your faith is making a commitment to showing up to each and every event that the church has. Okay, and maybe you start small. Maybe you say, okay, I'm going to commit to doing that the next 2 weeks. And then maybe, just maybe, you'll be like David Bumpus, to where you start doing it more and more, and you start to miss it when you miss out on an event that you missed out on. Another area that we could grow in and stretch our faith is by committing to follow Jesus. Maybe you have the showing up down pat. You're like, yeah, I show up every week, but you've never made a commitment to follow Christ. You've never made a commitment to submit your life to Christ and follow him with everything that you are. Tonight's the best night to do that. If you've never done that before, I urge you to do so. If you have questions about that, type it in the comments. If you have questions about that and you don't want to type it in the comments, DM us or send us a message or talk to with your youth pastor. But if you are interested in starting a relationship with Christ and want to know more about that, I beg you with all that I am, please contact us and let us know. And I'm going to give you an opportunity here tonight to do that. Another area that we need to commit to grow in our faith and be stretched is by loving God. How do we do that? How do we love God? By submitting our lives to him. And submitting our lives to him means getting to know him on a more personal level. Just like you love your friends, you love your family, you love whatever it is, how do you show that love is by investing time and investing energy in those things. I love my wife, I love my kids, so I want to get to know them on a deeper level. So I want to have a relationship with them. I want to have a conversation with them. I want to get to know more about who they are and how I can minister to them and how I could be a benefit to them. The same is true in loving God. If you truly want to love God, well, we got to devote some time to him. We got to devote some time to him in his word. We got to devote some time to him in prayer. We got to devote our lives to him by being obedient to him when he says, hey, you can't do this anymore. Or being obedient when he calls us to do something that's out of our comfort zone, like sharing the gospel with our friends, or like maybe giving up something that we don't want to give up. It takes a big commitment, and it's going to stretch us. But I can tell you this, the rewards are far greater than anything else that this world has to offer. So what commitments are you going to do? What commitments are you going to do this week? Are you going to commit to this week in order to commit to stretching your faith more and more? Is it showing up to church events? Is it following Jesus with all that you are? Is it loving God with your heart, mind, soul, and strength? Or maybe it's this. Maybe it's this next one. Maybe it's loving others. We just did that activity and I brainstormed how to love others. Maybe you could apply that to your life this week and show others the love of Christ by doing what you just said, inviting them to church, being kind to them, praying for them, sharing the gospel, doing a random act of kindness for them. The possibilities are endless, but it's uncomfortable doing things. It's uncomfortable doing things that we don't normally do to people who we don't know how they're going to respond. But that's part of stretching your faith. That's part of stretching it, and God will give you the opportunity as you do that to present the gospel to them, which is why we're here. The last area of commitment that we could do is this. We can ask questions. We could ask questions. You don't have the answers to everything, right? And it's okay if you're not ready to commit to any one of these scenarios. That's okay. Maybe you have more questions to do before you make that commitment. We're here for you. That's exactly why we do these things. We might not have all the answers, but if you have questions, I want you to commit to asking those questions so that we can come alongside you and help you find the answers. And if we don't know the answers, we're not just going to say, yeah, I don't know, sorry. We are going to walk alongside you and help you find the answer so that you can have that answer met, so that there's no obstacle from stopping you to making that commitment. And maybe that commitment is, I don't know if I'm ready to be a Christian. Why not? Why aren't you? What's stopping you? Accepting Christ as your personal Lord and Savior is the best decision you can ever make. And maybe that's your next commitment here tonight. I want to give my life to the Lord. I'm tired of being angry. I'm tired of being bitter. I'm tired of being sad. I'm tired of struggling with the same thing over and over. I'm tired of feeling alone. Jesus can be here for you to walk alongside you during all those. And I'll tell you what, Jesus is the best thing that ever happened to me. And Jesus loves you as more than anything else in this world. And so maybe you're just saying, I'm tired of my life. I'm tired of doing the same thing over and over and over and feeling the way I do. I'm going to invite you into a real personal relationship with the Lord. What this does is this. It's not going to make your life perfect, but it will give you somebody to walk alongside this life with. First, we have to acknowledge that we're a sinner. You have to acknowledge that you've done wrong. If you ever lied, if you ever cheated, if you ever stolen, if you're ever angry with somebody, if you're ever bitter against somebody, if you've ever been mischievous, if you've ever lusted after something, if you've ever been greedy, all those things say those sin, and that's a sin against God, and that goes against God's character, and it separates us from a relationship with Him. But the good news is Jesus came to die for that sin. And when Jesus died for that sin, he made a bridge in between you and God. And he's saying, here, because of my death, because I'm going to take the punishment for what you deserve, which is death, you could now have a relationship with the Lord. And so maybe you've never done that before. And maybe you're saying, hey, man, I want that because I know enough to where if I die in my sin, that means I'm going to hell. And hell is a place that nobody ever wants to go. Hell is eternal separation from God. Eternal separation from God. That's a place that was created for Satan and his angels. It's a place of fire and brimstone and pain and eternal darkness, and just we can go deeper and deeper into that. Maybe you don't want that to happen in your life. But the biggest thing is maybe you just feel alone in this world. Maybe you feel lost. Maybe you feel unloved. Maybe you feel unwanted. Maybe you feel just, who knows, stressed, depressed. I'm telling you right now, the perfect way to start this commitment and growing in your faith is starting with a relationship with Jesus. So I'm just going to pray. I'm going to pray right now. And if you want to start a relationship with the Lord, or maybe you've stepped away from him and you're saying, man, I need to get back right with the Lord, I'm going to pray that you recommit your life to the Lord. And there's nothing special about this prayer. There's nothing magical about this prayer. It has everything to do with the condition of your heart and submitting your life to him and wanting to serve the Lord Jesus with everything you are. So I'm just going to pray this prayer real quick. If you want to do that, just say this prayer after me. Dear Jesus, I know that I'm a sinner. I know that I've done wrong against what your character and your word says. I'm asking you that you forgive me of my sins. I'm asking you to come into my heart and be the Lord of my life. Help give me the courage and the strength to be able to submit my life to you in all areas. Father, help stretch me in ways than never before so that I could live a life according to your word and your will, and so that others will recognize the new life that I have in you. Father, I pray that you forgive me. Father, I pray that you become the center of my life, Lord, and forgive me of my sins. And I pray these things in your name. Amen. If you've prayed that prayer, I want you to let us know. I want you to DM us. I want you to send us a text message. I want you to do anything because we want to get you set up with a discipleship program so you understand what you just did, and so that we could walk along through it with you. So if you have questions about what it is to love God, if you have questions about what it is to love others, if you have questions about what the Christian life is all about, we are here to walk alongside you in that. Only God, guys, here's the deal. Only God can transform you, but you can kickstart that transformation by starting a new habit. Maybe that new habit is loving God, loving others, loving Jesus, and asking questions, reading your Bible daily, praying daily, being kind to others. No matter what it is, only God can make that change in you, but it starts with you making a commitment to go through that habit. Nothing happens overnight. Just like you don't get big and buff and swole overnight, but it takes a commitment and determination in order to make that commitment a reality. If you want your faith to grow and be strengthened, remember that it doesn't happen overnight. It has to start somewhere, and it can start with you today with just a simple stretch. And when you stretch, when people see the change in you, it's going to affect them as well, and they're going to ask questions. So remember this. You could stretch your faith by starting something new. That's the big idea. Start something new today. Get your faith stretched so that others can see it and ask you questions, and you can introduce them to Jesus. Hope you guys enjoyed this evening. I'm going to kick it over to my friend Eric with a K, and we got something special for you.
All right, so I'm here with some new friends. Some of you who are on might actually recognize them, but I'm gonna have them introduce themselves. Tell us who you are and what in the world are you doing here?
First off, Frank Palomino Jr., my wife Rocio. We're from the Victorville campus. I'm the Victorville High Desert representing. So I'm the youth group leader. I'm the youth leader at the Victorville campus. I took over and just after March, after the pandemic. So it was for me, it was a rough time because obviously the youth over there. Not saying it was just who's this new person. They're not even going to church. You know what I mean? It was a big step. You know, big mission for me, but willing to take it. And right now we're strong. We've got 9 or 10 that just came to our service since we opened up 2 weeks ago. So far so good. Hopefully I told them to log on. They're listening. You know what I mean? If they can comment, let us know. If not, we'll get in here. I'll be on trying to come on with you guys more so we can represent from the high desert. And I'll let my wife talk. If you have any questions or.
Well, my name is Rosie Palomino, and he was chose to be the leader, and I'm just here to support him. He asked me to, to come and support him, so I'm here to support him.
Awesome.
All the way.
Well, we're excited to have you here. For us to get to know you guys a little bit. First of all, did you grow up around here?
Yeah, I grew up in the Empire. So
Okay.
yeah, I grew up in South Fontana, Fonterra. So I grew up in the teenage years. I moved around a little bit. So I basically went to some of the people know that my oldest guy. Well, I guess I'll give my age away. Back in the day, it used to be FOJ, Fontana Junior High, but there's like millions of junior highs now. Went to full high for about a good year. Now there's like 4 high schools out here in Fontana. So graduated from Riverside. I moved to Riverside. Graduated from Ramona High School. Played baseball there and graduated. From there, about a year later, went to RCC Community College and then decided to join the military. Went to the U.S. Army. Did 8 years active duty. Did 5 years as a paratrooper in the Army. Did all, seen a lot of, all the war, all that good stuff, whatever, but God had his purpose, got me back here, I have many friends still out there in the service. I was a canine handler as well. Got out of the military. I was a police officer, actually a deputy sheriff, Riverside County for a little bit. Did the juvenile probation thing, worked the county juvenile court, and then took a little stint, offside, things happen for a reason, God knows for what. For me, I thought I was like, and I had a thought, I was like, I'm giving up. This ain't for me no more. Obviously, unfortunately, I went through a divorce at the time, and long story short, I said, God, you lead me where I need to go. Brought me back to the, I was in the low desert, over there in La Quinta. That's where I worked at up in that area. Came back over here back to Rialto, Fontana area with my parents, and then they ended up moving to the high desert. So I'm gonna follow them up there. Went up there. And at the time I wasn't working law enforcement. I'm like, I'm done with that, Let me do some cable stuff. I did a little bit of cable technician stuff. Working with my father. I was working in LA. That's where I met my wife now. Was working out there. We got together, married, and started serving. Found our church when we went to the high desert. God says, hey, you're not done working law enforcement. I was like, okay. Got him, after my prayer. So I ended up working Department of Defense Police. So I went to the feds. Did that for about 4 years. And then after that, went to go, what they say, most of the guys that work in law enforcement, I don't want to babysit. So I went into work in the prisons, went to the federal prison system, ended up going there. Unfortunately, I had to medically retire. Thank God I can still sit, move around, but it was my back, from the military more or less, but had to medically retire through the back issues, other stuff. But God's got me, he knows where I'm going. He says, hey, I've always had the passion for youth. I did have youth ministry back in the day. My degree, was criminal justice. I did take some courses at Cal Baptist. I'm thinking, God's going to tell me. I'm going to go back, maybe finish the degree, theology. You never know. You might got it in plan, Youth pastor it is, youth pastor it is. He has something else, it is what it is, But I do my prayers, whatever God wants, it's his way. But for now, he's got me in the youth ministry to reach out to the high desert out there, the youngsters. And hopefully they hear this message and come out. Like I said, our first meeting, small group, we're planning to have at our home in Apple Valley. Feel free to shoot me a message. I'll put it out, whatever. I'll put our address out there, and I got 5 acres on our property, so there's no issue about having them, outside.
You can socially distance.
Yeah, we can
easily
socially
there.
distance easily there. So we got about an acre out there where we can do that. So we plan to have that September 26th for anybody that has any youth up there in the high desert that they know about. Give them my contact. Email is Frank Palomino or Frank P. 1976@gmail.com. So that's my email. If not, you can get a hold of me on the ministry, and then we'll go further and give you my phone number and whatnot. You can contact us up there at the High Desert Victorville campus. I'll be on there, and hope to see you all there and hang out next Friday. Yeah, that's gonna be a good one right there. Just found out about that, so that's a good thing.
So you've had quite the journey.
Oh yeah, I have.
Now I gotta ask a question, Rosie. Did he set you up with free TV? When he came with a cable and you guys met in LA, is that how things just started progressing?
No, not really. But well, I grew up in Compton.
Okay.
I didn't grow up in this area at all. My family, I grew up Catholic. My parents were Catholic, and I became a single mother at the age of 21, and then. At that time, I had accepted God, around 23 years old. But I just said the prayer, and I didn't really know God. A few years later, he said, through people, he told me that he was going to give me a home and a husband. He was giving me a family. He was going to give me a family. I was really not stable. I was unstable. And when I saw his promises, that's when I truly, believed, and my faith increased, and I just started, seeking God.
So
Cool. Yeah.
Wow. Well, you'll hear more from Frank and Rosie. And actually, if you've been around for a while, you saw Frank's face on video this summer.
Yeah.
And we're just thrilled to have you. Thank you guys so much for coming by. I'm going to have you guys pop off here, and I'm going to wrap up with our giveaways and all of that. We've got a couple of announcements. In the chat, just a big hand for Frank and Rosie. Thank you so much. Hey, by the way, Frank did touch on this. Next Friday night, all right, next Friday night, we're doing something we call Post 30. We're going to do this month, and we think we'll do another one in October. But basically what the Post 30 is, it's the 25th, so it's Friday night, not this coming Friday, but the following Friday, after church. So we're doing the Friday night services, right? 7 o'clock. When church is over, we're gonna stick around for an extra 30 minutes. And here's what's going to happen at every single one of our campuses. We're going to have ice cream. There'll be water and some chips and that kind of thing. And then we're going to play a couple games, some get to know you stuff. And somebody at every single campus is going home with a $20 Starbucks gift card, which we're super excited about. And so you want to come hang out at the Post 30. It's going to be a great time. You don't want to miss out. This is actually our first time as official student ministry that will be face-to-face. So you want to make sure you bring your chairs. We're going to have X's on the ground to keep our chairs social distant, all that stuff. Wearing your mask, all of that for next Friday for the Post 30. And then as Frank said, the small group for Victorville will be happening the following day. So he'll get all that information to you. This is a great place Friday night if you want to come and you want to let us know. If you haven't let us know that you want to play in one of our games, we'd love for you to play in one of our games. And then the last, small groups. We want you to, if you haven't signed up for a small group, you can do that sunrisechurch.org/students. I think I'm sitting in the way here, but sign up for a small group. I already saw a couple of you talking about, I'm going to try out small groups. This is a great place to get connected, whether it's in Zoom or you're sitting out on 5 acres. It doesn't matter. This is the place for you to get connected. And the other thing I want to mention tonight, that 2 more things. One, creative team. You heard Yuli and Clary talk about it tonight. If you want to be part of that, we're gonna meet next Tuesday at 7 o'clock. All right, Tuesday at 7 o'clock, we're gonna gather together. But here's what you got to do: you either email us at students@sunrisechurch.org, or you text the word "next" to 909-281-7797. 909-281-7797. Text that word "next." On there, it'll give you some directions. Once you text that, it'll give you some directions. You want to make sure you click serve, and then you click students. All right, serve and then students, and that'll get you in, and we'll make sure that you get connected. Or you can email us at students@sunrisechurch.org. Creative team, it's an opportunity. Like all that stuff we did in the pre-service, that's what you're going to be doing. The announcement video, that's the kind of stuff you're going to be doing. Things we post on Instagram, that's the kind of stuff you're going to be doing. Or if you want to be an Instagram influencer, you're like, I just want to be there and help people. I believe so many students are one click away from hearing about Jesus for the first time. And that could be because you become an Instagram influencer with us. We'd love for you to do that. Last thing, and then I'm out, is our huge giveaway. You heard the girls talking about this. Huge giveaway, okay? 3 ways you can earn your name in entries into the giveaway. We're gonna have this huge wheel with you might have 50 entries into it, because you get a point for every single time you comment on our Bible study. In a moment, I'm going to put up a QR code for that one. So this week there's 5. Last week there were 6 possible entries. This week there's 5 entries. If you invite a friend, by the way, if you invited somebody, you need to let us know. If you're here for the first time tonight, put in the chat, this is my first time and this is the person invited, because you'll get 5 points. And yeah, we need your first and last name. And then the person who invited you will get points. And then small groups. If you go to small group, every time you go to small group this month, you'll get 5 points. And then on the first Wednesday of the month of October, we're going to give away a pair of AirPods. And every single time, now you may just do one thing and you still could be the winner, because you know what, you read one day and that was the only thing you did. You could still be the winner because it's just an entry and you'll have your name put on once and somebody else could have their name 50 times. But obviously the more you have, the better your chances. So I'm going to put up the QR code here on the screen. So hold up a phone, turn your camera app on, and point it at the screen, and you'll see on the top of your phone there'll be a little thing that pops up, and you want to click that. That's how you get onto our Bible study that we do on the YouVersion app. So if you don't have the YouVersion app, download that. Okay, you go to the App Store, search for YouVersion or Bible. You'll see the Bible app on there, and then you do this. If for some reason you're like, I don't have a second device, I'm on my device right now, I couldn't get that. Just go to Instagram, Sunrise Students CA, and then you click the link in our bio, and you'll see a link tree in there. You'll see the top one is our Bible study. All right, that's all we have for tonight. Thank you so much for coming. We got to do our giveaways. I almost forgot. Last week I almost forgot tonight too. All right, our giveaways. We're going to go up here. Okay, so this is the first round for the 4 students who played in our game. It could be you next week if you let us know you want to play. All right, we're going to go ahead and spin the 4. And stop. AJ! Congratulations, AJ. You the man. You the man. I loved AJ's responses in the game that we played tonight. Super fun. So now we're going to spin and see what AJ wins. Now, we got a whole mess of new things. I'm going to actually slide this. Oh, things are falling. Things are falling. We got a whole mess of new things that we've added into the list. Check this out. We've got a speaker. This is a gummy taco. This is a unicorn headphones. Thought that was funny. Caught on tape. We still got the candy. We've got a little. Check out this skateboard, y'all. This thing is awesome. There's a ukulele. I mean, there's a ton of stuff on there. This toxic waste hazardous sour candy. I don't know what's up. All those things available. So we're going to go ahead and spin that wheel. But you guys in the chat, you know what to do. If you've been around, shout it out. Capital letters, all caps. Spin that wheel. See what AJ wins. AJ, you win the toxic waste sour candy, dude. Way to go. We're going to make sure you get this. We'll deliver it to you somehow. This is going to come to you. Congratulations. Let's all give a big hand to AJ while Yuli is working on the magic box in the back to put everybody who's been on tonight, whether you on Instagram or you are on Facebook or you on YouTube. We saw more people on Instagram tonight than we have in a long time, which is really cool. Wherever you are, we're putting your name into that magic box, and we're going to do another giveaway, something on this table here. Can you see the table from there, Eric? You can see the table. Awesome. All right. We're going to go ahead and get the names rolling on the screen here. We ready to roll them? Yeah, let's roll them. Hopefully you see your name in there. It goes quick, so you may or may not see it. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. Mizan, way to go, Mizan. Congratulations, Mizan. Mizan actually played in the game tonight, which was cool. And you won in the general win. Dude, that's awesome. All right, so we're going to put the wheel back up on the board here. Let's see what Mizan won. All right, on 3, spin that wheel nice and loud. 1, 2, 3, spin that wheel. Oh, Mizan, you won the gummy taco. I don't know if I love gummies. I love all this filling in here. It's just gummy stuff. I absolutely love gummies. So you've got the gummy taco soft gummy mix. Congratulations, Mizan. That's how we do it here, folks. You could win next week. You want to play in a game? Let us know you want to play in a game. We'll get you plugged in and get you on Zoom. It'll be fun. It'll be a blast. And maybe, just maybe, you win the rainbow unicorn headphones. I don't know. Let's find out.
All right, guys, thank you so much. God bless you. We will see you next time. Peace.